Will Josh Berry be Stewart-Haas Racing's savior? And what do Tony Stewart and Kevin Harvick have to say about it? And why one driver might be the key to a struggling team's turnaround? Join us on NASCAR Zone as we discuss the official announcement and delve into the expectations surrounding Berry's arrival. Don't miss out on the inside headlines on what's going on in NASCAR. But before we dive into that, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. It is unusual for a driver with little Cup Series experience to land a full-time contract with a major NASCAR team at the age of 32. Also, drivers often need to bring a lot of money to these chances, regardless of how talented they are. However, Josh Berry breaks the mold. In the upcoming year, Berry, who will be turning 33 in October, will be racing in the Cup Series, driving Stewart-Haas Racing's number 4 car, taking over the retired Kevin Harvick seat. This is a remarkable opportunity with a leading organization, the kind of job that any driver dreams of obtaining. The fact that SHR, co-owned by Gene Haas and Tony Stewart, chose Berry to fill Harvick's position is somewhat unlikely. Drivers like Berry don't typically get such opportunities, although he certainly deserves it. Regarding the announcement, Stewart said,
"I'm not interested in some kid's father coming and buying their way into the Cup Series. I have zero interest in that. We want guys that earn their way, that work hard, that understand the values that it takes to be a top-tier driver, not one that just got his high school diploma and now all of a sudden he's a Cup driver. I've got zero interest in that."
Berry has dedicated his time and effort to seizing every opportunity that came his way. These are the qualities that championship drivers are made of, rather than taking the easy path to success. If Stewart was searching for a driver who has fought, persevered, and overcome obstacles to finally secure a coveted opportunity with a top-tier team, then Berry undoubtedly fits that description. Back in 2008, Josh Berry, a native of Hendersonville 10, was racing legend cars at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway when he impulsively decided to seek advice from Dale Earnhardt Jr. This chance encounter blossomed into a friendship, and a few years later, when Berry found himself at a crossroads in his career, he turned to Earnhardt for guidance. Despite working full-time as a bank teller to supplement his income, Berry wanted to continue racing and progress through the developmental ranks, but financial constraints held him back. Impressed by Berry's skill and determination, Earnhardt extended an offer in 2010 for Berry to drive for his late model team, which competed in the Mid-Atlantic region. This opportunity required Berry to relocate to the Charlotte area. With few connections and nowhere to live, he moved in with Earnhardt's mother, ultimately becoming part of their family. Berry capitalized on this chance and achieved remarkable success, winning numerous races and multiple championships in different divisions. Occasional opportunities with Earnhardt's co-owned Xfinity Series team presented themselves, and Berry consistently delivered impressive results, including a 7th-place finish at Richmond in September 2015. Earnhardt believed that sponsors would soon come knocking, opening the doors for Berry to secure a permanent spot in the Xfinity Series. However, the lack of sponsorship remained a daunting obstacle. Despite his undeniable talent and Earnhardt's unwavering support, Berry had to wait until 2022 for a full-time opportunity to materialize. In the meantime, he continued to make the most of his chances, securing his first Xfinity race victory in 2021 and adding another win later in the season. The first triumph took place at Martinsville, evoking an emotional response from Earnhardt, who admitted to shedding tears as if he was my brother. During the spring, Berry had the opportunity to fill in at Hendrick Motorsports on the Cup side when Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman were sidelined due to injuries. Demonstrating his readiness for the Cup Series, Berry impressed everyone with his performance, including a remarkable 2nd-place finish at Richmond. Kevin Harvick, the championship-winning driver, acknowledged Berry's abilities.
Well, I think that the best evidence of that is exactly what he did in the 9 and the 48, right? I mean, jumping in those cars, seats don't fit, don't know the people very well, and going in and being competitive and figuring it out.
Although Berry's NASCAR starts had been infrequent, he had caught the attention of many observers. Rodney Childers, Harvick's crew chief, and a former driver himself who had competed in several grassroots series where Barry excelled, had been closely following Barry's progress. Other influential decision-makers within the organization were also taking notice. When Greg Zipadelli, SHR's chief competition officer, conducted research on Barry, he quickly recognized that Barry would be an ideal fit.
Kevin's leadership over the last 10 years, his direction, has been instrumental to Stewart-Haas. And I think we all thought that Josh has some of them same attributes within him. You look at his racing in the past and where he's come, and he's always made himself successful in the right ways, racing hard and clean. Like I said earlier, a lot of grit. I think he's going to fit in with our group well, just from, I hate to keep saying it, but we're all still a bunch of racers, and I think he fits right into our group that way.
What do you think is Josh Berry the savior that Stewart-Haas Racing needs? Tell us know in the comments section below. And be sure to hit the bell button and subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates. Sometime during the off-season, an SHR executive approached Childers with a semi-mandate. Harvick, the 2014 Cup champion, would retire after the 2023 season, and SHR needed to start considering potential replacements. The organization sought Childers' input, recognizing the weight his opinion carried.
I think everybody knows I'm a Josh Berry fan, and that's really what I think some of this came down to. Is I told the shop guys at Stewart-Haas this morning, I wish Dale could go back through his phone and count how many times that I text him saying that if that guy could ever get the right opportunity, he's going to show something. And it's just cool as crap today to see him up here with us and to be able to go racing with him and to have that same common goal. And also I think everybody knows what your relationships mean to me, and like Kevin said, having somebody that could fit into that, somebody that I can text 100 times a day like I do this guy beside me, and he doesn't care. And I think having that relationship and the common backgrounds and common goals is really important.
Similar to Childers, the trio of Stewart, Harvick, and Zipadelli had placed Berry's name at the top of their lists. It didn't matter to any of them that Berry was already in his 30s, surpassing the age at which most talented drivers have typically advanced to the Cup Series. In fact, Berry's age became an advantage. Harvick, who was being replaced, also added.
I think that's one of the more unique scenarios about Josh, is he's a little bit older, has a family, and you don't have to teach him about life, right? There's a maturity factor that goes with life, and I think he's lived through some of the most important parts and had his face dragged through the mud and all the things that it takes in order to figure out that it's not easy, and you have to work hard, and you have to have your ducks in a row and be able to have that circle of life well put together around you in order to be successful at this. Because if there's any piece of the circle that's being disrupted at that particular moment, it's going to disrupt everything. And you can say that it doesn't, but it does. And I think his maturity, you see what he does on the racetrack, but I think a lot of this success in this particular division depends on what's happening outside of the race car. And I think, having, experience to lean on, I know he leans on Dale a lot, and Dale is a great mentor to have because of everything that he has done at such a high level. And there's a number of things outside of the car that he demonstrates well, when it comes to life in general. And, this is not, you can have fun doing this, but it's way more fun if you win. So, in order to do that, you have to have everything else together.
Earnhardt pointed out that if Berry performs well, other teams might be encouraged to give older drivers a chance.
What will be fun to see is if this actually opens the eyes of some other owners and so forth to look not just at that younger demographic, that younger driver, and see a broader picture of what's possible in terms of who can drive the race cars and be successful.
Stewart believes that Berry absolutely deserves it, without a doubt. This should inspire drivers who put in the hard work and time, showing that if you do the right things, win enough races, and get enough attention, you will eventually get an opportunity. In many ways, Berry's background is similar to that of Stewart's or Harvick's. That's precisely why he is the unquestionable choice to drive the number 4 SHR car in 2024. Barry's resilience, determination, and ability to thrive in challenging circumstances have earned him the respect and admiration of the NASCAR community. His journey serves as a reminder that with hard work, dedication, and the right opportunities, dreams can become a reality. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos on NASCAR updates. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.